don't hold yourself small any longer. Please, 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 please. This is important. This is so important that we allow ourselves to recognize and to acknowledge who we truly are in our greater version, and to step fully into this greater version, and to to embrace it, to be it more and more and more and more and more until nothing else is left. And we do so by focusing on seeing ourselves as this greater version. I have pictured my smaller version and my greater version in my mind next to each other. And every time I think of them, I choose to step in the being that I truly am, and let the old self die, and realize that this idea of not worthiness, of not being this greater version, is not true. And even if people try to convince you, you were your past, no, you are not your past. Your past is over. You are who you are now, and you have already become this greater version. And it is crucial and important, because this signal that you are vibrating at, if you're stepping into your greater version and you're becoming it more and more and more, and you feel comfortable in it, and this helps not only you but the whole planet and so many people. It helps others to also step in their greater version and to feel safe in that, if you are doing that. And what can really help you is if you take a few sentences that remind you again who you truly are, and what you in your greater version of yourself are, and you say these sentences over and over again, in the morning, in the evening, in the day, to remember yourself that you are not what you have been. You are not that anymore. And I know it is not easy to let go of the old version of yourself, because it is important that you realize that there were some benefit, even if you like your new version so much more, and you know you are happier in your new version, but you have to be willing to give up the beautiful thing, because there was some benefit in the old version that you have to let go of to become to be more. You are it. You are the greater version of yourself. But to be more present in that, you have to be willing to see what it is that you are giving up, and trade this for your new life, for your new identity. And there is something else, because in your new identity, in your new life, there is also something that is you have the idea that or not, it's not only an idea, because there are new challenges and you have to be willing and say, okay, I accept these new challenges. I know I'm gonna be much more happy in my new version. And what helps me is really telling myself these sentences, like what I said. For me, it is also very much about my confidence. And if I say, I allow myself to feel my natural confidence, this helps me so much. And what also can help you is to realize that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be any more than who you are. You don't have to do anything wild to shine your light. You just have to let yourself free, and yet let yourself be fully you, and the crazy you, and the funny you, and the big you, and also the sensitive you, all of you, and not holding anything back. This is what makes you in your greater version. And saying these sentences over and over again in your mind, because then you get used to it and you feel safer in it. And if you hear frequencies to calm your nervous system, that also helps you a lot in stepping into this greater role and taking on more responsibility. And what was it what I also wanted to share? There was something else. Wait. I'm so afraid now that somebody sees I've not shaved myself perfectly. This is what I mean, okay? We have so many fears around needing to be perfect, and this is BS. We can stop that. This is not necessary. We don't have to be perfect. It is only necessary that we don't hold ourselves back any longer, that we allow ourselves to be fully present in who we are, in what we are, and feel confident in this, and understand that we are, as humans, infinitely worthy. And the challenge that can come with stepping into a higher role, or leveling up in the hierarchy, is also that it is important to see your infinite value, and to see that others are also infinitely valuable, because not wanting to become arrogant can stop you. You're not getting arrogant if you're stepping in your true identity, in your greater version of yourself. You're not necessarily getting arrogant if you're becoming more confident. The important part is to see a small seed of an oak tree looks different than the oak tree, but it has the same potential, and this seed is as infinitely worthy as the whole big oak tree, but you are the oak tree. And if you say, I don't want to, I know I'm not better than everybody else. Yes, you are not better. They are as infinitely worthy as you are, but you are infinitely worthy, because you have as a human being an infinite worth. It is not measurable. It is infinite. And people are confused because the second kind of self-worth they have is not infinite or is not stable, because it is measured by societal standards, by success, by how much you feel confident, by how much you act confident, and by what you have achieved, how you look, how intelligent you are. And this is not stable, but this is not the bigger self-worth that you have. The more important and bigger kind of self-worth that you have is your infinite self-worth as a divine human being. And this is infinitely, and it is not dependent on the success self-worth. So if you can see this, then you can embrace your infinite self-worth and remind yourself again and again how infinitely worthy you are by telling yourself loud. And then it gets easy because you are growing naturally in your bigger role, and you can acknowledge that you are connected to everybody else, and as this big oak tree, you are infinitely worthy, and the small seeds also. And the middle big oak trees are also infinitely worthy. They all are. We humans are all infinitely worthy. And what else? Is there something else? I think that was the main message. If you want to book a coaching with me and you're committed to stepping in your bigger role, and you feel that yes, I can support you with this, then write me an email. Have a nice day.